Hey guys, welcome to the third episode of PPTB Unboxed. In this episode, we are going to look at the settings, the notification hub, and few other features that are provided as part of the toolbox. So let's get started. When you open the tool, you will see the settings option at the bottom of the activity bar. When you click on it, this is where you will find all the settings of the application. Now let's go one by one. So the first settings is the theme menu. So we have light and dark and system. System is the one that would, based on your system settings, it would either switch to dark or light. Now, if you prefer dark, you can click the dark, and then the settings would only apply after you save the settings. Once you save the settings apply. Category color and category color thickness are something that we have looked in a previous video, where we open up the tool and then the tool has a tab color to it, and that is what the category color is. Now you can switch on and off the category color, and you can also manage the thickness of the category color as well. So if I open up my tool, so this blue color that you see here is the category color, and you can manage the thickness of the category color as well. So if I do 5, it becomes 5, so it just increases the thickness. Okay, then we have the environment color and then the environment color thickness as well. So same thing, when I go to the tool, the border around that tool is the environment color, which is green, and you can control the thickness of the environment as well. So I can make this as 10 and save it, and I go here, then it becomes 10. Okay, so you can control the thickness of the border, and also you can control whether to show or hide those specific colors. So you can individually show or hide category color and environment colors. So the next one is the debug menu. So debug menu is used when you're developing a tool. Normally by default you can keep it off, but if you want to test a tool that you have built, you can enable this setting, and that would give you another option in your activity bar, and if you click on it, it gives you the debug options, where you can select the tool and then load the tool. All of this is local. You can also load a tool from an npm directory as well. So going back to our settings, the next option is restore session on startup. What this does is, if this is turned on and if I have 5 tools open, and if I close it and then reopen the tool, it's gonna open up those 5 tools. And if the connection is valid, it would also authenticate you to those connections without you going through the login. The next one is the deprecated tools. So some tools over the period of time might get deprecated, and if they are marked as deprecated, they still show up in the toolbox. So by default, it's hidden for all, but then you can opt for showing them everywhere, or on install tools, or on marketplace tools. So if I say show all and save this setting and go to marketplace, today we have just one tool that is deprecated, which is the one that I use for testing. So this is the one that I use mostly for testing the new features. So going back to our settings, the next one is the tool display mode. So right now you will see the cards are a little bit bigger. Now if you want a compact mode, we also have a compact mode. So you can select a compact mode and then save settings, and then all the tools now have a compact mode. Same thing with the marketplace as well. So it just makes things easier to not having to scroll too much. The next one is the notification duration. So you will see some notifications that gets popped up. So let's change this back to standard, and then once I click on save settings, you will see a notification show up. This notification is a toast notification which disappears after few seconds. So by default, it's 5 seconds, but then you can change that to 10 seconds or whatever seconds you want, or you can even keep it as persistent. Now, if you keep it 3 seconds, that's fine. There's also a notification hub that if you didn't get the time to see the notification, you can always go to the notification hub where you can see all the past notifications and you can clear all of them out as well if you want to. So the next one is the terminal font. So some tools actually use terminal, and if you have set up Oh My Posh or any other things on your terminal and you want to use specific fonts for your terminal, then this is the setting that you want to use. Now, if you need installing fonts, there's also a link that helps you install fonts as well. The next setting is the auto update. If you disable this, then you would not receive auto updates for your toolbox. The recommendation is to keep it enabled so that you can always get the latest and the greatest updates for the toolbox. Now, in case if you have disabled this auto update piece, and if you want to check for updates, you can always click on check for updates. That would pull in the new updates that are available, if any, for the toolbox. Going down the list, we have a built-in marketplace and a private marketplace source. So if you have added a private marketplace source, you have the ability to either disable the built-in marketplace or keep it enabled. You can keep both built-in marketplace and private marketplace available in your marketplace options. So let's see how this works. So in the private marketplace source, if I say add private source, I can give my display name. So let's say this is Maverick Tools. And then here I have to give my registry.link to the registry.json. And then that link can be like, you can have it anywhere, right? I have it in a storage account in Azure Blob, and I've created a SAS key through which I can make it available to the for the users to download it. So this is for the test purposes. I'll have more information around how the private marketplace works and whatnot. Now, the other thing that you want to notice is there's an enable button here. So I can add a marketplace and I can disable it, or I can keep it enabled. I have to keep it enabled in case if I have to disable the public marketplace, right? So let's go ahead and save this setting. So you'll see that the marketplace was added, which means now I need to restart. So let's go ahead and then restart the application. So the application was restarted, and if I go to the settings again and scroll down to the private marketplace, you'll see that the configuration is persistent. And then if I go to my marketplace now, I should be able to see a tool that comes from this particular marketplace. There's an additional option in the filter where you can also filter down only the private marketplaces as well. So if I click this one, I should see just one single tool. And again, this is just one tool is been available on that particular marketplace. All right. So going down the list, there's the next option is the Sentry Log Collection. Now this was added recently. Now if you are opening up the toolbox for the first time, or even after an update, you would be shown a modal box where we are trying to get a consent whether you allow us to collect the logs or you don't. And in case you said yes, but you want to change it to no later on, you can come to settings and you can change it to no. You can go back and then you can say not decided. That would show the prompt box again. So yeah, that's all what we have for the settings. And then the notification hub. Now there are a few other features that we want to also touch base on. Now there's a search feature. So if you want to search anything in the toolbox. It's a global search, whether it's a tool, whether it's a connection, it's a setting, no matter what, you should be able to search it here, and you should be able to directly be taken to that particular piece. So like for example, I have a connection called Power Maverick, and then if I click on it, it directly takes me to that particular place. Next one is the community resources. So we have links to certain community resources right now in the app. If you feel like we can add more, please do reach out to us through Discord so that we can add more community resources. So that's it, folks. As you can see, the toolbox has a lot of features. We are gonna touch base on more features as and when we roll them out. To download the tool, go to powerplatformtoolbox.com, and then you can have a button in the center of the screen. You can also connect with us on Discord. You can go to LinkedIn and follow us. For any request, whether it be bugs or feature request, you can go to our GitHub repo. And while you are at GitHub repo, do make sure that you are starting the repo. And then if you like the project, make sure that you are also sponsoring the project, either from this particular page or from within the app as well. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time.